Do you ever make a library hold list when you are watching other videos about books and then you go pick them up and you're like, what did I do? I might have gotten myself in too deep. I'm Meg with Prodigal Bookworm, and I am a used bookseller, and I have recently discovered all of the book glory that YouTube holds. And right now, one of my favorite people to follow is Darling Desi, Desi. So if you like all things kind of like old English, fairy tale vibe, not just with books, but with home stuff too, go give her a follow. She's delightful. But I found myself watching a lot of her book hauls and book reviews, and then I want to read all the things that she has. So I started a hold list at my library, and then I kept getting emails, your hold is ready, your hold is ready. So I went and picked them up today, and it's quite a haul. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to show you is The Golden Spoon, and it is by Jess Maxwell. I'm so excited to read this one. I'm just going to read you a little blurb. At last, a baking show with a murder, cleverly constructed so we not only wonder who is the murderer, but who will be the victim. A delightful bake. So that's just a little blurb from it, but I'm already so excited. Love the Great British Baking Show. Love murder mysteries, and bringing them together sounds so fun. Okay, then we have Murder in Postscript by Mary Winters. Isn't that just so fun? I love the cover. I'm already intrigued, right? So the main character in this book is a writer, and she writes a column and answers people's questions. And I'm just all over that. Can't wait to dig in and read what people write about in Victorian England, asking questions, how she answers them, and then how she gets involved in the murder mystery. Okay, so this one is Middlemarch by George Eliot. And I had not heard of this, I don't think, whenever she showed it, and she had one with a beautiful cover. But apparently it is, if you love Jane Austen and other books from that Regency era, this is supposed to be so good. So we'll see. It's a big one. It's a lot of pages. So we'll see if I can get into it and finish it. That'll be exciting. This one is a little fluffy. When in Rome, but I like a good fluffy one that I can read through quick, and it's light and airy and just happy and enjoy. But it's supposed to be kind of a twist on Roman Holiday with Audrey Hepburn, and so I heard that and I was like, yes, I'm in. Like, let's add that to the list. So this will be a fun, summery, light read to dig into. Okay, Shady Hollow. Has anyone read any of this series yet? I picked this up and was looking at it at a bookstore here in Edmond the other day, and it sounds so fun. Like, it's an animal kingdom. It gave me vibes of Zootopia, but it's like cozy murder mystery, but in the animal kingdom. So I'm excited to read this one. The one I picked up at the bookstore had a glowing review from one of the booksellers there at the store, so I'm excited to try this one. Okay, How to Be a Heroine, and that is Samantha Ellis, or What I've Learned from Reading Too Much. I am really excited for this. It is all different main characters. They read Anne of Green Gables, Lizzie Bennet, Scarlett O'Hara, Franny Glass, Kathy Earnshaw, Flora Post. So lessons that the writer has learned from reading these characters and the authors who wrote them. So I thought this would be a really fun read. I love books about books. So I have some that I picked up at a used bookstore today that are just books about books. And I love it. I can't get enough. It's so delightful. So that'll be a fun read. And then this one is Marigolds for Malice by Bailey Cottrell. And it is a little cozy mystery. And I don't remember too much about it. It's like Enchanted Garden-y kind of, except that it's so cute and the cover's adorable. And I wanted to read it because of that. Because, you know, even though we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover in real life, we often do it with our books. And a cover is so important. So this will be a great one. Okay, so that was the library haul that I picked up. And then my daughter and I went to a used bookstore here locally. My husband laughs at me because I own a used book, and that's not quite a store, a used book stall. But these are all books that I don't have in the used books that I resell. And I also work at a bookstore. But books are just a huge part of my life right now, and I'm loving it. I'm loving being totally engulfed with books. So let me grab that stack for you. Okay, so here's what I picked up at the used bookstore. We went to the used bookstore because my daughter asked to go. I was not looking for anything. And then I come home with 5 books. I mean, you know, at used bookstores, they're great prices. These are all pretty new books. So let's take a look at these. Okay. The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Davy? Maybe it's just Dave. This is the first book in a series. I feel like the second book just came out somewhat recently, or at least within the past year. So I know it's one we highlight at the store. So I wanted to get this so I at least have an idea of what's in the series. It's a thriller, as far as I'm aware, kind of a, didn't really know her husband when he died, and now she's dealing with all this, like second life type stuff that he had going on. But now things are happening in her and her stepdaughter's life because of that. So Frida McFadden. Who has been reading Frida McFadden? I have looked at tons of her books. I've read lots of reviews. I have yet to read any of them. So this is book 1, and I found it at a great price. And so I'm like, all right, we're jumping in. We're getting on this bandwagon. I feel like there's, I don't know, 4 or 5 books. Or maybe this is just part of this series, and then she has a second series. Let me know. Tell me where I'm wrong here. Okay. Pamela Kelly, The Seaside Sisters. Okay, you know what? This is just a fun beach read, and that is the whole reason that I picked it up. And it's a book about books. That was the other reason. So there's 2 sisters, Hannah and Sarah. Hannah's an author. Sarah works at a bookstore. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So could you get more bookish than that? One of them's an author. One of them works in a bookstore. They're sisters. They're rekindling like a stronger relationship. Fantastic. Love it. Summer read. Okay, The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. This is also part of at least a 2-book series at this point. I believe this is book 1. I'm hoping it's book 1 because I definitely haven't read the other one. This one I've heard loads of good things about. It's been recommended tons by one of the other booksellers at the store that I work at. So I wanted to get it and try it out and see how I can recommend it to other people. And then this is the other one that's just a book about books that I thought sounded really awesome, and so I had to get it. This one takes place in London also, so that's another reason why I needed it. And it is a grandfather and a granddaughter who are not relating well to each other. And so the granddaughter is very bookish and she's constantly reading, and the grandfather is trying to find a way to connect to her better. And so he starts reading the books that she's reading, and that's where they got. And I was like, so I'm going there. Yes. So I can't wait to find out more about that story and tell you about it. That is my book haul for today. It's, or my book harvest, if you would like to say it that way. But yeah, it's a great stack to come home with. Very exciting. What have you brought home lately? Or did you see something in my haul that sounded exciting and you want to add to your library hold list? Or go look for at your local used book reseller? Tell me all about it.